Hi, this is Cory Christiansen. As many of you know, Mackinzie, Rekers, and I self-published a book, A Visit to Lost Otter Farm, earlier this year. We were scheduled to do a story time at the Iowa City Public Library earlier this month, but unfortunately due to the COVID pandemic it was canceled. And so I thought I'd do a little virtual story time with you today. The thing I love about Lost Otter Farm is that it's a real place. It's my sister's farm in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan that borders Lake Superior. Now, if you've never been to Lake Superior before, it's a pretty amazing place. It looks something like this. It's a giant lake, and in the center portion of it there's a large peninsula called the Keweenaw Peninsula that juts out into the lake. And in the center portion of that is the town of Calumet, and that's where the story takes place. Now you can walk along the rocky shores of Lake Superior and you can find things like striped agates. It's also known as copper country, and it's not uncommon to find copper nuggets lying around up there as well. The climate is also very different. They get up to 17 feet of snow per year on average. Here in Iowa City we get about 2.5 feet of snow, so it's very different. Now we were invited to stay with my sister on her farm, and we truly enjoyed the experience. It was so different from what we experience here in Iowa City every day. And so that really stuck with me, and that became the inspiration for this book. And so without further ado, here's a visit to Lost Otter Farm. There is a land far north of here with 17 feet of snow per year. Out in the middle of a great big lake where giant ships sail and some have sank. Outside the town of Calumet is a spot you haven't been to yet. It's the place that Stacy and Clay call home, a magical space where wild animals roam. One such creature who had lost his way ended up at their home one day. A poor lost otter with little water in sight gave them the name for their farm that night. And that's how Lost Otter Farm came to be. It's a remarkable place, as you will see. There are stands of trees with grace and power, and prairies speckled with purple coneflower. Sun setting behind the apple trees welcomes and makes you feel at ease. Dawn fades away to skies so black with too many stars for you to keep track. You will sleep, no doubt, with all that dark, and awake to Cassie, the dog's soft bark. You'll search for blueberries in the field and eat stacks of pancakes those berries yield. Next up, it's the horses. They need to be fed, so you throw on your boots and a hat on your head. You walk single file down the path taking turns, leading the way through the bracken and ferns. You exit the woods and enter a clearing. The rumble of hooves are the sounds you are hearing. Out from the barn, horses frolic and play, equally eager to begin their new day. You tend to the garden, pull a weed, maybe more, and harvest fresh greens as reward for your chore. Then it's back to the house for some lunch and a nap, or lounge in the sun with the dog in your lap. You'll pick thimbleberries for an afternoon snack, then get lost in the clouds as you lie on your back. The day eases off into evening once more, and you reflect on those gifts you're most thankful for. To the horses you walk for a final good night. They stomp and they neigh and eat oats with delight. As you return to the house, you see several deer bounding through grasses, white tails at the rear. You sit on the couch and Cassie cuddles up tight. You read a few stories, then say your good night. As you remember your day, you can clearly see that little lost otter knew right where to be. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed it, and stay healthy, everyone.